Hey, darlings, how are you? Hope you're well. I am coming to you with a very casual, off the bra cup, triple D, transgender perspective on a movie I saw recently, Pillion. It's not a French movie or a Spanish movie. It's a gay movie. It's a queer movie. I saw the movie the day before yesterday, so it's 2 days out. I wanted to kind of sit with the movie a little bit to understand what just took place in front of my eyes. Want to start by saying that Trans Mama loves herself some queer cinema. No, I don't watch Heated Rivalry. I don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race. That kind of stuff I'm not into. But a queer movie, queer culture, and the queer life, the queer lifestyle, the gay, whatever it is, trans, I want to know about it and I want to see it and I want to support it. I'm just going to be honest. It didn't seem realistic to me that the main character, Colin, had like that lovely support of his mother and father and brother. Who's the chap that you're going out to? Do you having a date with? Is he a hairdresser? Right, stereotype. For me, the realism there was like, I'm not sure about that, but I'll go with the flow. This is what's being presented in this movie. So Colin is a vocalist with a little quartet that I think his father's in the quartet and the brother's in the quartet, and he's there too. I heard that Colin, the actor, was in, I don't know, some movie, not Lord of the Rings, but something. I don't know. And Colin is driving to go to the bar and the motorcycle with his future lover, or not even a lover, his future master, drives past and looks like Colin was having a date and was totally distracted by his future master. The master sends a little note with his phone number to Colin, and Colin follows through. Colin meets the master. Right? Tie the dogs up on the fence. They go down some alley. The master is a hunk of manhood. Whoa, girl. I know a good looking person when I see one. And I would have licked those boots and I would have not spit anything out, girl. I have a foot fetish and a whole thing going on with the shoes and the boots. I would have ate that. I would have ate the grimy little alley. You were licking the boots. I mean, you weren't licking the bottom of the boot, but that movie and that actor that played the master, what a hot dude. Face was nice. So I'm not going to get into a lot of detail. Just going to say that Colin was just a typical dude, gay guy, queer guy, you know. I really didn't see why Master approached Colin. The Master, I'm sorry, I don't, Alexander is this the actor's name? I would have fallen probably for it. But my ex, and very, very attractive in my eyes, and my ex could pass for straight, I would say, and was much more masculine than me. There was a lot of attributes my ex had that I wish I had as a queer man back then. And so my ex had a lot of power over me, and my ex could easily manipulate me. And that relationship of the man that I was attracted to, who I gave my power over to, could easily, at a snap of a finger, have me jump through hoops of fire like a circus animal to get his attention, affection, approval, validation. So to me, Colin was that vulnerable. And then Alex, or the master, was into BDSM, right? So like Colin didn't know that when he got into it. And then Colin eventually was groomed by the master to follow that lifestyle. And so Colin, who had the well-adjusted family, I'll speak on that later about how well-adjusted that family was. There was love there, and a mother and father who cared about each other and cared about their sons. But Colin found not only a hot guy to have sex with or to be with, Colin found community with the BDSM, you know, the leather scene and this domination thing, master slave thing. So he became a part of the group, you know, the little candle they had for his birthday. And they were like, Happy birthday. They were all outside with their motorbikes, motorcycles, trimmed the hair and the outfit. And then him being the slave to the master and him being the submissive to the dom. And he found community with these people, showing off the boyfriend to coworkers. How did you get him? I'm completely devoted to him. And I have a high threshold for pain and devotion. I'm wondering now after watching that movie, am I the master or the slave? Which one would I be more comfortable with? I have to say, unfortunately, I would be more comfortable with the slave. I have a hard time with that now as a woman, trans woman, because it feels misogynistic for me to be the slave to the man. But certainly if I was still a queer male, I would be Colin, girl. I think I would want to have more sexual gratification as a bottom than a top, which is why I'm saying all this. But the lifestyle, the whole thing of the leather scene and that BDSM, that fascinates me so much, so much. Any facet of sexuality, cisgender or queer, I just love the different colors and layers of the human sexuality and kink and fetish. I love all of it. Do I dive into it? No. Do I wish I could? Yes. There's fear there? Yes. There's fear of losing control? Yes. Colin wakes up to the fact that he's kind of tired of the very rigid and sleeping on the rug and not being able to have the affection that Master didn't want to give him. Like the dog got more affection than Colin, right? And Colin was like, look, like, can I at least sleep in the bed with you once a week? No. Once a month? Can I just have a day off? Two things like go to a movie or go there or go there? No. And then Colin goes buck wild, plays the piano real loud, and leaves the apartment and goes on his the master's bike and takes it out. And master's freaking out. Colin comes back, sleeping on the step in front of the apartment. Master sees him. And Master does a 360 on him, meaning cooks him breakfast. Today's your day off. What would you like to do? And I was like, what is going on? Just like the family structure of them being all accepting of Colin and this date. And the mom wants to meet him. And Colin asks Master, can you at least please just come to my parents' house? My mom wants to meet you. She wants to know. And mom reads him, I don't like the way you talk to my son. The dad couldn't stand up, but mom stands up, right? That's why she's got cancer and is dying. She probably was the more assertive, and dad was more passive, which brings to my point of how healthy was that family system when mom was really the one who was wearing the pants and who had the balls to confront the good looking. Oh, but he's so good looking. Yes, he is. I don't care if he's good looking. He's a good looking. Mom, may she rest in peace, right? She stood up for her son. She stood up for her son. So yeah, but Master flips the script on Colin because Colin flipped the script on Master. She's like, look, I'm not taking that shit no more. I need a day off. Okay, this is your day. What is this? This is your breakfast. Oh, oh. Okay, so what do you want to do today, Colin? They have this cute little day. They go to the movies. Master's a little upset that Colin ate some of his popcorn, but he takes it. He's like, okay. They go walking, they go running, splendor in the grass, they're wrestling, and then they come face to face. And I couldn't look at Colin. Colin was just not attracted to me with the teeth and that face and the very heavy brow bone. I'm like, oh, and the deep set eyes, kind of like a little Frankenstein there. I'm like, whoa, I'm sure Master could have done a lot better picking a better looking slave than that. Sorry, y'all. I was like, wait, this don't make sense either. But I guess as long as he has somebody who's going to do the groceries, do the cleaning, cook the dinner, and go on a picnic, a thing with the buddies and get strapped down to the table, butt in the air, Master picking the other guy to play in the water with, that was tougher. And then Master goes and gets his by that guy first, by instead of having his boy, his slave, Colin, go first. And you know, Colin gave him good honey to make sure he stays with him, honey. He was deep girl, taking it. It was kind of cool. I wish I had a guy who would teach me how to bottom, you know? Get a butt plug, you're too tight. I need to do like that. I've had a couple of guys run that, but then for me to follow through with that, because they got to be sticking, meaning they can't be just a fly-by-nighter. I personally have not given my butt up to anybody since being a trans woman, completing my transition in 2022. For you to get my butt, honey, you're going to have to romance the stone. And that's the thing that Colin wasn't getting. Colin was not getting romance. Colin protested. Master turned around, gave Colin what he wanted for a day. And then when Colin went back to see Alex, Master was gone. Master has moved out of the apartment. Colin is searching for Master. The dad is helping him. And mom had passed now. which was so cute, like a best friend. Where is he? What do you think he is? You want to go? Yeah, let's go, Dad. And just sucking on popsicles. So silly. Oh, really? I was like, how real is that? I'm sorry, I can't get with that. And then when Master disappears, I'm like, wait, what? What? And then it hit me. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. See, Master gave in to Colin just to catch a little breather. And Alex realized that now he lost total control over Colin, right? And he lost total control. And what he wanted was not to have this be romantic. He didn't want romance. He wanted the role playing. The role playing may have been safe for him. He has power. So maybe Master was afraid of romance. Maybe Master was afraid of love and what comes with love. And then the attachment to romance, the attachment with love. But I think it was more that Colin was going to be a burden to Master for wanting more than just what the relationship was built on, which was this master-slave relationship. It was the first time that Colin had this type of relationship. Colin, through this relationship, learning how to set boundaries after the fact, didn't come in with the boundaries. So then that kind of blew Master's mind. And then Master got wise because his preference was not to have this emotional, deep attachment, this romance attachment. And now that it went off track, you can never get back to the way it was, the way Master preferred, Alex preferred it, which was very cut and dry. You're on the carpet, near the bed. You're never going to sleep in the bed. It's never going to happen. And we're not going to make this fluffy, syrupy, and romancy. So it was Master's inability to be flexible. And probably he's that way for his own self-protection. Maybe he's afraid of being vulnerable. Maybe he's afraid of falling in love, and keeping it like that keeps him safe, right? A little bit transactional, but there is an attachment. They were a team. They were a couple in the eyes of everybody else in the BDSM. And then they could borrow that. Can I borrow whatever for the game thing? Can I borrow him? Oh, yeah, you sure. You can have him for a bit. Which for some people, that kind of relationship kind of works. I don't know. That might work for me. If I didn't pay so much money for surgeries and went through all of this, I just can't see myself giving myself away as a slave. You're going to have to be so hard, honey. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't do it. I believe that's why Master jetted, cleared out the apartment, took the dog, took the piano, took everything. I don't know, maybe the piano was still there. Took everything and jetted. Look at the whole one night stand thing. Look at the whole grinder thing. Look at the whole friends with benefits. Look at the whole one night stand, more so than friends with benefits. People just want a transaction, men just want a transaction in the queer world, and it happens in the cis world too. But they just want to cut and dry, babe. They don't want all the other complexities of romance, of love, which I don't think there's such a thing anymore for me. Love anybody. I care for you a lot. I care for you a lot. But love, compatibility, yes. On a lot of different levels, yes. But love, I don't know about that anymore. It became convoluted. But Colin was like, got turned out. He was going to get what he wanted now. A day off a month, a day off a week. This beautiful man. I'm devoted to him. I lick his boots. He's well hung. He's beautiful. He's mine. I have community. I feel like I belong now more. And I'm totally okay with this kind of relationship. I'm totally okay. Coming from families like I come from, I can't speak for other people, but I know I had to really do a lot of work to make sure I no longer track a person like my ex, where I turn over all my power really quickly because they're just so beautiful and masculine. They're a dream come true. And he looks really good on my side, everywhere we went. He got along excellent with everybody. And people saw us together and thought we were so cool. It was my first time, like Colin's first time having this beautiful man and this community that was accepting him and helping him groom to be part of that BDSM group. So Colin recovers from the loss. I love this facial hair. He looks so much better with facial hair. And he puts an ad, looking for his new master. And then the new master is this beautiful black man. That's my type, honey. Oh my God, was that guy hot? I was watching them as they were walking in the end of the movie. I was like, oh my God, look at his legs. Look at Masters, the black master's legs. Lord, he is hot. His face, his eyebrows were done really nice. What a good looking man. Is that what it is? That all the masters are hot? Because if that's the case, sign me up. Can you cook? Oh, girl, yes, I can cook, honey. Master, I could cook. Master, I could cook. I could cook. I could cook. Don't worry about it. He brings him some food, I think, at the first date. Goes down and look at his athletic shoes and ties them. Good slave, right? Ready, ready. But, he put his conditions, I'm not cutting my hair. I need a day off a week, and that's all non-negotiable, blah, blah, blah. But he's ready to resume on another relationship of master and slave. So he's been groomed and he's comfortable with it. Now he knows a little bit more about what he needs. And now maybe he can find the right relationship on that level that's going to have a little bit more caring and romance, tenderness than the previous, right? So he learned. We live and we learn. That's what I got out of the movie. Not everybody is in for this the sweet little kind emotional stuff, the movies, but I certainly was entertaining the master slave concept. And which one would I be? Again, and by saying that the movie was really good, I really enjoyed it. Whoever the director was, whoever it was, produced it, whoever, thank you, thank you, thank you. The actors, whoever the you are, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mom and dad were really cool. That was very nice. They played it. And sure, I would love to meet a man who's going to turn around and say, babe, get a butt plug, girl. Let's get you going in that direction so you can see what the pleasures of anal sex is like, girl. All right. So that's my review. So I hope you get to see it, Pillion. It was an excellent movie. And take what you like, leave the rest of this review alone. Please like and subscribe and check out my other videos. I have a playlist of just movie reviews. See what I've said about Honora. Hear what I talked about with Emilia Perez and other movies, my loves. Take care now. Trans Mama loves you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And kudos to Master and Slave. And buttless chaps. Bye. And sexy men with boots, honey, and leather. Bye, bye, bye.